What's up, a Cinema Shogun here, and yet another day goes by and we still have no answers as to where Quinton Simon is, a missing 20-month-old boy from Savannah, Georgia. However, for the first time since he went missing on October 5th, law enforcement has finally acknowledged that this is now a criminal investigation. Up until this point, they were treating it as a missing persons case or a possible abduction, but now they are treating it as a criminal investigation, and that comes as a sigh of relief for a lot of us who were patiently waiting for them to finally announce this, because if you look at the details of this case, it looks pretty clear that a criminal investigation is needed. But a lot of people have been asking, where is the mother and where is the boyfriend? Now, law enforcement earlier today in one of their press conferences said that they didn't know where the boyfriend and mother was at that exact moment during the press conference, but they were under the belief that they were at the home, living at the home. But if we were to believe what someone is now saying on Twitter, who is claiming to be with the boyfriend right now, apparently, the boyfriend is in the age, just chilling, shooting some pool as we speak, living it up and hanging out with his friends. Now, we're going to get into that in a moment because she reveals a lot of stuff. I'm not sure if we can believe it, but I'm pretty sure I confirmed that she is with Danny, the boyfriend, in Atlanta. But before we get to that, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, drop a comment below if you would like to support the channel and help keep the lights on over here at the Cinema Shogun channel. Drop a super thanks or consider becoming a channel member today. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this because it's pretty juicy. I mean, first, let me show you this. She posted a video on her Twitter account, and it looks to me like this is Danny. I'm not going to show the video because there's all types of other people in the video, and I don't want their faces all over my video. But I'm pretty sure this is Danny chilling, playing pool, wherever they are at. But someone on Twitter said this: I think Daniel at least knows what happened and maybe is involved in covering things up. In which Key replies, he literally did not speak to her from the time he left for work to the time she called around 9 and said she couldn't find him. And then someone asked, if he didn't speak to her from 6 to 9 a.m., that definitely would clear him. However, is he capable of lying for Leilani? And she says, he took a polygraph. He was very cooperative. And after hers is where he got suspicious of her. And then she lawyered up. Let's pause right there for a moment. Now, I'm not so sure how true all of this stuff is. But I do believe that she is with Danny in Atlanta, because she literally posted a video of it. But if the mother is getting a lawyer and she's lawyering up, I don't want to say too much. You go ahead and come to your own conclusions. You tell me what your conclusion is down in the comments below. I'm going to stay out of it. But she goes on to reveal a lot of other things. Someone asked, how do you know him? How do you know Danny? He's my boyfriend's childhood best friend. Their daughter Sky is only 3 months old. She's so precious. He and his family are like family to me. She then reveals these text messages from her boyfriend. Hardly an evil bone in Danny's body, she says, and then reveals the text. I feel so bad for him, man. I've been shedding tears for him because I know, dude, man, for real. That shit hurt hearing him fight for his life. He's such a gentle dude, no homo. I had to look out for him because my first day out of jail, Danny got me a job and helped me get me a job when I didn't even F with him like that. He heard what had happened and got me on. To be honest, Danny sometimes has made me feel like a bad bro, just off the strength of how good he's been for me when I needed him. And then someone asks, are those texts from your boyfriend? Sorry, I'm just trying to understand it all. LOL, yeah, they are, and I understand. Danny's actually here now. We live in Atlanta. He's in touch with investigators and will continue to be. Still no idea what the devil could have been up to, but glad he's clear of her. Where is his baby daughter? CPS took her and the other kids. They're with Leilani's aunt in Savannah at a disclosed location. He and his parents are trying to gain full custody of his daughter. Someone asked her if Danny would lie about this stuff, and she says absolutely not. He's not even capable of lying for himself. He would never harm a child. I know Danny personally. He wouldn't hurt a fly, let alone be able to hold it together after the fact. He literally wouldn't have been able to live with himself. He comes from a really good home. He's a really gentle guy. Then someone says, interesting. Why is he associating with a person like Leilani? I don't know. Leilani never cared to meet her, but I never liked her. She puts him and everyone else in her life through hell. Let's just say they both took polygraphs today, and the truth is on its way. Then someone reached out to her and says, hey, Key, did both of them pass their polygraphs? The babysitter stated Danny was stepping up to make sure she had what the kids needed while she watched them. Key says, hi. He passed his, which is why they gave him back his phone and cleared him to leave Savannah. Investigators still have hers. Apparently, she didn't pass and lied to police and Danny about leaving the house that night. And that is all that has been said up until this point. I will update you in the future if more is being said, but I believe her. I'm not saying I believe that Danny didn't have anything to do with this, but I'm saying I believe her that she's with Danny. As far as the polygraph stuff goes, I believe at the very least, this is what Danny is telling her. I'm not sure if we could trust Danny or not. I'm not here to point the finger at anyone. I'm just giving you all the information that is out there right now. But one thing that does stick out to me is right there at the end when she says that Leilani failed, the mother of Quinton, failed her test, her polygraph test, and that she lied about leaving the house that night. Well, if she did lie about leaving the house that night, is that really significant? Because supposedly Danny saw Quinton at 6 a.m. that morning. And supposedly Danny texted the babysitter at 5:39 telling her that she didn't need to come over. So that's one thing that's just glaring out at me. It doesn't necessarily add up. You understand what I'm saying? But maybe Danny didn't really necessarily see Quinton. Maybe he just ran out of the door and had to go to work. I don't know, but we didn't even know for sure until recently what was going on with that dynamic. But apparently Danny had to go to work, and then around 9, she called Danny back home because the kid was missing. So that's just one thing that really sticks out to me from this whole entire conversation. So yeah, y'all, go ahead and start letting me know what you all think about this down in the comments below. But remember, we have to take this with a grain of salt. None of this information is confirmed. However, I believe that I can confirm that she's telling the truth, at least about Danny being with her in Atlanta. I don't think this woman or this lady or whoever's behind this account, who knows what they may identify as these days, I don't think that they're lying about what at least they've been told. Now, could Danny be lying to them, be feeding them false information for sympathy so he could stay with them? I don't know. I think it's interesting that he's in Atlanta right now while law enforcement seems to be under the impression that he's at home. As far as failing the polygraph goes, and it's just that detail keeps sticking out to me. You know, because if she lied about leaving the house that night, but Danny saw the kid at 6 a.m., then that's not even a detail that even matters. So, I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we're under the impression that something must have happened between like 6 and 9 a.m.-ish. But do what you want with that information. As far as the lawyering up goes, it's not always a sign of guilt, but if you pay attention to the chain of events within this whole entire case, you kind of know where this is going. And I think it's clear the direction where everyone is pointing. And I'm not saying that I'm pointing there, but, you know, like, who knows what could have happened. But let me know your thoughts down below. Very interesting situation. A lot of drama surrounding it, but we still don't have many details about the actual case, about what could have happened to Quinton. There's just a lot of chaos happening around the situation. But let me know how you feel down below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.